What the FAQ? How do I rewire a Nelson bubble lamp? This video will show you how using our ColorCore DIY lamp parts.
But voiced, a brief history on the bubble lamp. It's the late 1940s and George Nelson designs the iconic bubble lamp for Hoyman Miller. These bubble shapes are most often associated with mid-century modern design and were massively popular through the 70s. After being discontinued, a small handful of replicas were produced using the original equipment in the 90s and are sought after today. If you've managed to get your hands on this piece of lighting design history, here's how you can utilize ColorCore DIY lamp parts to revamp your Nelson bubble.
Here are the tools you'll need to complete this project. What to do with the original components? Forget about them, or keep them, your choice. Here are the ColorCore DIY parts needed to complete your revamp. The first step in this revamp is to cut and strip your cloth-covered cord and wire your socket. Wrap a piece of tape about 1.5 inches from the end of your cord. Use the ColorCore 3000 or whatever stripping tool you have to strip the cloth covering and PVC housing, exposing the 3 conductor wires underneath. Use your other wire stripping tool to strip the ends of the conductors, exposing the stranded copper wire. For a stronger contact point, we recommend soldering the ends of the copper wire. Loosen the set screw on the socket cap and thread in the 1/8 IPS nipple, and tighten the set screw back down. Then the 1/4 IPS nipple onto that. Tape the cloth to the PVC underneath to prevent the cloth from sliding. Now take your socket cap and insulation, slide it over your cloth covered wire with the bottom of the cap facing the stripped ends. Grab the socket body, loosen the terminal screws, and hook the conductor wires under the screws and tighten down. In the case of using our porcelain socket, hook each end of the conductor wires to make the wiring process easier. Your black positive wire goes to the gold screw, white positive to the silver, and green to the ground. Now slide the socket cap and insulation back down to the top of the socket body. Turn the socket body over and locate the 2 screw holes. With your Phillips head, feed the screws through the holes and find the hole on the bottom of the socket cap and thread it in, which will tighten the cap to the body. Now it's time to attach the pendant to the shade. Take the other end of your cord and feed it through the bottom of the shade until the threaded nipple meets the hole at the top of the shade. Now grab your washer and nut and slide them over the cord and onto the nipple. Tighten the nut down with a wrench. Now strip the other end of your wire and then thread your cord grip and reducer coupler together. Slide these parts over the cord with the cord grip facing the exposed ends. Screw the reducer coupler onto the nipple and tighten down the set screw on the cord grip. Lastly, take the end of your cord and feed it through the canopy port and tighten down the canopy set screw. Now let's install your updated Nelson bubble pendant to a junction box. Please ensure that the power to your junction box is turned off, which is usually done at your breaker box. Take your canopy mounting bracket and screw it into the J-box. Once you've determined your pendant length, we recommend doing an overhand knot inside the canopy for further security. Twist the conductor wires from the cord to the matching wires coming from the J-Box. Please note that in most cases, your J-Box will have a bare copper ground wire and not the green ground wire shown here. Secure each connection using wire nuts and then use tape to ensure security. Push all of the wires up into the J-Box and line up the canopy screw holes with the screw holes on the canopy bracket and thread and tighten the provided canopy screws. Feel free to reach out to us with any questions you may have about your Nelson bubble revamp. We're happy to help.